Hi, I'm Lisa and I'm from the Pretty Sweaty Stuff Yoga. So in today's class, you'll need 2 blocks, maybe a couple of cushions, or be near a wall. Whenever you're ready, we'll start in child's pose. Arms out in front of you, arms by your sides, knees together or mat distance apart, or whatever feels good for you. And closing down the eyes, allowing the gaze to be internal rather than external. Maybe softening into the elbows a little bit more. Noticing any sensations. And noticing the breath. How does it feel to feel the breath bounce off the floor back onto you? Taking a big inhale through the nose. Keep filling up the lungs. And exhale through the nose. One last time together, big inhale. Easy exhale through the nose. Making sure you can keep this new quality of breath throughout the practice. Keep reaching the arms out in front of you and begin to tent onto the fingertips so the elbows and forearms will lift up. You can also place your hands on top of some blocks or a couple of cushions if you're looking for a little bit more sensation. And then begin to walk the blocks over towards the left. Really reaching through the right fingertips, but making sure that the seat stays to the heels. Slowly walk it through center, and then we'll walk it towards the right, creating a banana in the upper back. Keep finding length along the arms, and breathe. Come back through center, and then we'll come to a comfortable seated position, or whatever feels good for you. Sitting nice and tall, closing down the eyes, placing one hand on top of the heart, one hand on top of the belly. And use this time to surrender yourself into this moment, allowing your thoughts, the breath, and the body to just simply slow down. Really paying attention to the inhales and exhales as they come and go. If you need more time to find that stillness, hit pause. Whenever you're ready, we'll come to our hands and knees tabletop position. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, pull the chest through the arms, look up. And as you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. 2 more. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the chest through, look up. And as you exhale, push the ground away from you, draw the belly in. One last time, inhale for your cow pose, pull the chest through the arms. And as you exhale, really push the ground away from you, chin to chest for your cat. And then slowly swing the legs out in front of you. Sit nice and tall. We'll all keep a slight bend in the knees here. Drawing the belly in, you can stay here if you like. And gently begin to fold forwards. See if you can keep the hands to the outside of the feet, so we're not trying to grab the feet. If this feels a little bit uncomfortable, you can try resting your forearms on 2 blocks to the outside of the legs. You can also bring the sitting bones on top of a cushion or a block as well to help tilt the pelvis up. And once you begin to gradually warm up, maybe if it feels comfortable, you can begin to extend the legs a little bit more. And no need to jerk around here, so just allow yourself to soften into this stretch. Remembering not to force anything. And then slowly come all the way up as we bring the soles of the feet together. Sitting nice and tall. If you feel the knees are really high up, you can always prop them up with a couple of blocks, cushions, or even roll up a blanket underneath the knees. This way you're taking away the effort so you can keep to that nice soft breath. So you can stay nice and tall. If it feels comfortable, you can always begin to fold forwards. So another way of making this comfortable if you don't have a bolster or blocks is to come to face the edge of a chair or your bed, and you can just rest your arms and your forehead on the edge. And you can always scoot yourself towards your bed or the chair a little bit more if you're starting to open up. And you can always hit pause if you need a little bit longer here as well. So try to just really relax here. This can be super intense for a lot of people. So at any time, if the breath starts to change or you're starting to pull funny faces, just means you've gone a little bit too far. Just take a step back and then just allow your body to just open up naturally. If you're ready to move on, we'll slowly lift up and then bring the feet out in front of you, but keep the knees bent, setting up for your boat pose. Sit nice and tall and lean back slightly. You can have the fingertips behind you, heels to the ground. Maybe lift the legs up 90 degrees, holding on to the thighs. Bring the arms next to the legs, or you can extend the legs, whatever feels good for you. Make sure you're not rounding into the lower back. And just breathe here. So wherever you are in your boat pose, we'll float our right leg towards the ceiling. So you can keep that left heel grounded, and you can always bend into that right knee as well. Maybe keeping the fingertips to the ground. And then we'll trade sides. Left leg lifts. And then slowly release the foot to the ground. And then take your time, we'll meet in a standing forward fold. Really relaxing the head and the neck. Maybe swaying side to side. Maybe slipping the hands right underneath the feet if you're looking for a little bit of a wrist stretch. You can always interlace your fingers behind your lower back for that extra shoulder stretch. So again, it's whatever you feel you need today. Making sure that the head hangs real heavy here. And then release what you've got. Bring the big toes together, little gap in the heels. Bend your knees, sweep the floor with your middle finger as you find your chair pose. Send the butt back behind you, and then reaching the arms up. Finding that nice slope along the spine, and check down to see you can still see the toes. And then bring the hands together at heart center. Press the palms together, and then just twist from the upper back towards the right. Make sure the knees aren't following you, so the knees are in line with each other. You can stay here if you like. You can just bring your left elbow to the outside of that right knee. And if you're starting to warm up a little bit more, you can always shift the tricep or the shoulder over towards the right a little bit more as well. Again, check that the knees are still in line with each other. Slowly come back through center and we'll twist towards the left. Again, really press the palms together. You can just stay here. If you like, you can hook the right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Keep pulling back on that right hip and keep sending the head forwards. And again, it depends how open you are today. Slowly come back through center, reach the arms up, and then folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the chest through. Exhale, fold forwards. Scoot your feet nice and wide, pivot the toes out, yogi squat. Hands together at heart center. If this doesn't feel good, again, you can always bring the seat to the ground or maybe sit on top of a block. You can always, again, sit on top of a chair. Looking for a nice long spine. Then release the hands to the mat and we'll slowly make our way to a wall or a chair. Bring your right knee as comfortably as you can towards the wall or a chair, and we'll stay on the ball of that right foot. Step your left foot forward for a low lunge. Pulling back on that left hip, you can stay nice and low. If you like, lift up. You can stay here, head towards the ceiling. If you like, hands on top of the hips, and then tuck your chin in towards your chest. Scooping the lower belly in. If this is too much, you can totally do this without the wall or a chair. And then whenever you're ready, trading sides. Bring your left knee comfortably as you can towards the wall or a chair and step your right foot forward. You can stay low if you like, lift up. You can stay here if you like, you can tuck your chin into your chest. And if this is too much on the left knee, you can always prop it with a blanket. If this still does not feel good on this side, you can do it without the wall or a chair behind you. You can keep the fingertips to the ground and slightly lean forwards to get off the kneecap as well. And then whenever you're ready, come back to a comfortable seated position and sit really nice and tall. And closing down the eyes, softening back in. Taking a big inhale. Exhale through the mouth. One last time together, big inhale. Keep sipping in. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Staying here as long as you need to. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you. With love and gratitude. Namaste.